Alright, so right side's banning Candy and Zio. Doesn't give us a whole lot of information, but since Zio's pre-ban, I'm gonna take Conquer Lilius. Even if I was 300 speed, I would still take Conquer Lilius here, just because they're not gonna have the ability to slam like Zio, Ran, and cleave us from 1-2. Candy is pretty a whatever ban, so we don't need to be worried about it. So actually slams Ran here on P1, which is honestly pretty surprising to me, because it's pretty hard to tie a cleave together if they don't have Zio. So I'm not too scared at this point. I think we're gonna need to have some form of mitigation since he already has a ton of damage. So my options are probably ae-KARINA since he can cleanse Stigma, or I could do something like Carmen for pure Mitt, or I could go Protection Stepbellion just to give us to deny soul so that he can't soul burn. I feel inclined to probably go Carmen here, or even FCC. I could go Carmen or FCC. Let's go FCC into Aiden. Both these units die to Aiden. Obviously, I've said this many times before, but I don't think Aiden is really a anti-cleave unit because, like, if he just gets hit, like, he's not surviving anything, right? Elagos is pretty much a force ban, but if he did slam Elagos here, it would tell us that he's letting the Aiden through 100%, and that means we would have to fight versus last two picks. But he's hovering Flitica. I'm not really sure what he does. I mean, I'm pretty fast in terms of C Lilius. Like, I could speed RNG this Ran. So actually takes Lia to cover me. Okay, sure. So right now he's pretty weak to what? He doesn't have any stun, no crowd control, no bridge for his cleave. It looks like he's just taking Ran for fun. So Janua looks pretty good here since he has no hard CC into me. So I'm gonna take Janua here. And he actually pivots into LRK, so he's deciding to, I guess, pivot and not commit to the cleave, which is a little bit weird for me, I guess. Not really what I was expecting. But right now, I still don't really have enough damage. I could run some form of Disrupt, but Lion Wincon is pretty scary. So I think running something like an ML Shoe would be pretty good here. ML Shoe is great into this. I guess this. It could one-shot this if I outspeed. So that's probably what I'm going to go with, more than likely. Yeah, we'll go ML Shoe. I think like if you're on AOL, then you're solo DPS, and they ban one to the DPS and fight versus the other one, and that makes it really difficult. Blue Shoe, I don't really feel like is a necessary ban. But maybe it is. He's banning Shu for sure, which means I have to play Janua Wincon. So perhaps we do ban Shu, since he puts anti-crit. So he's banning last, right? If he doesn't respect the last pick, then... Or he could ban Mitt too, but then that would be a lot of damage. Okay, so he does respect the last pick. So make sure, anytime you're going to be going into the match, make sure you're always checking your imprints. You never want to, you know, go into a match missing imprints. That could be the difference maker, whether you're aiding kills or not, with that 8% attack from C Lilius. And we actually outspeed the Ran. So 310 C Lilius diff, I guess. Since I have a couple units that are pretty... So FCC can provoke, which would deny him the immunity, and I can also just one-shot him with Aiden. So I'm actually going to go for S1 here. And we kill them with Janua, we get Windrider. Now, he has to play 3v4 out the gate now, so he's in a really bad spot. Because I have the ability to just one-shot him as soon as he AoEs me with Vigor attack buff onto Aiden, assuming I dodge. We are on Sword of Cycling Seasons. So he's got a big decision to make here. So he actually presses S2, and I want to see if he actually holds S3. I personally would probably press S3 just to put immunity up, but it's a hard decision to make, not an easy one. Maybe he hits Aiden. Hopefully not. He does miss on the Aiden, beautiful. And we do not strip the barrier off the U-Fiend, but we do get the attack buff, which is huge for us. He misses again. Well, you know what that means. This guy's dead through any mitigation. If you're running Sword of Cycling Seasons and you have really high MCD, this is going to die through any mitigation. Like, no questions asked. So he's actually running Holy Sack, but that's totally fine for me, because this means I'm just going to one-shot him. Because we pen defense, so we go Windrider again. And now I can just S1. And it's game over. He FFs. Very clean. Let's move to the next one. Alright, so the opponent is going to be banning Conqueror Lilius and Knockwall. So that tells us that's a relatively slower player, and immediately you can see the Destina being picked by him here. And if we're going to be engaging in a slower match, I actually don't mind taking Laya plus Candy. Because Candy gives me decent coverage against Janua, and Candy also forces the opponent to actually take mitigation, since she has so much damage, right? Like, Candy now is built on like a raw damage build, 90 like base speed, all attack, all bulk, all crit damage. So anytime the opponent doesn't pick mitigation, you are more or less, you're very favored to win that match, unless you get really RNG cucked. But we'll see what he does, right? If we ran something like Laya Yufine here, they could slam Janua and really punish us, right? And they could deny us and take the candy as well, so it's very scary. Opponent actually goes LRKP2. Okay, that's the mitigation. Now we need to see what his next pick is. So he's going Lionheart Sermia. So immediately what we can do is we can go Elvira to deny the Lionheart Sermia. And not only that, I think we can run some form of mitigation. I think Carmen is probably the best here. Since Airwell's okay, because Airwell can tank the initial S3 damage from the LRK, but the only problem is I don't have that many light units, so it actually wouldn't do that much, right? So I think Carmen's just going to be the best pure form of mitigation here, but I think Airwell is not bad either if you were in this position. So we've addressed his P3, which is almost like a force ban, otherwise he has no DPS. So right now he's playing basically 2v4, and we have mitigation with Laya Wincon and damage. So now he has a really hard decision to make. Like, is he gonna let the Elvira through? Does he find a different Wincon? Does he just set on banning Elvira? If he locks any other fighting spirit unit, we know for sure he's banning Elvira, right? Gala we actually don't care about, because we can survive Gala S3 either through Laya or on Carmen, right? So we don't worry about that. So he actually takes Landy. So that's going to tell us he is looking to ban Elvira, because these are two fighting spirit units, right? So I need a really, really strong last pick to steal the game away here. So, honestly, ae-KARINA sounds pretty good to me right now. I'm not gonna lie. I can probably just straight up punish him with ae-KARINA. Because ae-KARINA could delete his Destina, and it forces him to make a decision whether he bans this or bans this. I feel inclined to think he's going to be banning Elvira. And if he's going to be banning Elvira, which unit of these are going to have enough speed to contest ae-KARINA? It's probably just Gala, right? It could be Landy too, but we could probably live with Landy S3 with a protection set and Aureus and mitigation from the Carmen. So I'm going to ban the Gala. So he actually bans P5. So he has 2 units with no fighting spirit. I mean, that's kind of funny, you know? Alright, well. In this case, I think we're pretty heavily favored to win this one, since we have Laya Wincon and he has no ability to gather fighting spirit. So this should be pretty free, honestly, I think. Like, how does he ever land S3? He can't, right? Even if yeah, this guy's not gonna have a good time. Hopefully pull Candy. We didn't get the provoke off either on Carmen S1, the dual attack. That's kind of unfortunate. So he's actually running Wall of Order. But it doesn't really, in my opinion, do that much. He's racing against 21k LRK. Wow, that's anti-Gala. That's kind of weird. Also, I guess another tip that I would say, guys, is if you are playing RTA, make sure you're paying attention to enemy HP, especially when you're playing units like Gala, like Huayang, like Laya, Dark Corvus, right? These units that have to really check HP, 14k Lermia. Because if you're ever playing Laya Wincon, you need to make sure you're able to land, right? So I think the best thing to do here is probably take out his mitigation. Yeah, taking out his mitigation would really chop his legs off. Because Candy's gonna get a turn here for sure, which is gonna be really big. Okay, we actually got resisted, unfortunate. Landy just has to S1. My anti-crit is putting in hella work right now. I'm gonna S2 here. This allows me to Carmen S3. Evidently, it's probably not that great. Since we actually have Candy go right after, since we never procced any counters, but it's okay. So we're gonna S1, probably just straight into the Landy here, I guess, or even go to just, we can commit to the LRK. Yeah, we can commit to the LRK. It's not like he's gonna S1 into my Candy, right? That would be crazy. Okay, never mind. He actually did. I was wrong. So he gets barrier from LRK, which means he's guarding ice crystals. So he's 2 turns off S3 now. Okay. Another counter. Ooh, okay, LRK gets his S3 now. That's actually not that bad though, because if he S3s, I can just potentially drop a nuke on him right after. So he has to hold, right? He has to respect the Landy. Alright, in that case, we're gonna S1 on Landy because we might provoke her. Beautiful, there it is. And we get a dual attack. Wow, okay, I don't even want to say RNG win because he should have banned Elvira, right? But damn, he's not having fun. And there's the FF coming in. GG's. Let's go to our next one. Alright, so the opponent's going to be banning Belly and Candy, and I'm expecting this to be a cleaver. They're most likely going to go Zeo first pick. More than likely. So actually he takes the Laya first. Okay, so he goes Laya instead of locking in the cleave. So I guess what I could do here is, because I know he's planning on cleaving potentially, I could just take the Euphine. And I can take Mitigation here. I could go Janua too, but it might be too early here because he can always flex out of it. So, but actually no, let's take Janua. Because if I'm playing, if you're playing a Euphine Anchor, what can happen is if he, I was gonna say if I play a Euphine Anchor and he locks Janua, it's a force ban for me already immediately. He goes Aiden Lua. Okay, that's kind of problematic. I think we're gonna run a protection set here. Honestly, I might even Arrowwell. But I think the angle is probably Carmen. We're gonna go Carmen into... I think Stene is not bad, because he doesn't have any reach for my Stene right now. I could also run some form of cleanse, like Bunny Dom, but I don't think Bunny Dom gives me that much mileage here against this draft. So I think I'm gonna go Stene here, actually.
Not bad.
I go Stene here because that's also one of the hard counters into my Janua, who's one of my win cons here. He goes Poly to counter my Janua, but I can always ban it out. And let's see what he does here on P5. Our ban most likely is Politis, just because obviously Politis can unbuffable, Abyssal Crown, degen Poly. There's so many different builds, and he can soul burn with the Lua, so we want to deny the souls for sure. And he actually locks Elago's P5 to reach the Stene. Okay. In that case, we could just run some form of Reviver. So I'm thinking something like a Ruel.
May the light guide us.
Because we have multiple win cons, right? We have Janua, we have Euphine, and we have Stene. If he kills the Stene, I have Ruel to revive. And if he one-shots my Euphine, I can bring it back as well. So this becomes a force ban. He actually doesn't ban it. Wow. Okay. That's really no respect. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, if he's not going to respect, that's fine. We're going to have to play with no... mitigation, but it might be fine. It is Mega Wiener. Yeah, this guy is really good. He's a really, really strong player. He has super good gear. So, more than likely, he's probably just going to S2 on my Janua to sleep me into S3 and pile damage on. But I always have Ruel to bring it back, so I don't know. I don't really know what his play is going to be here. He actually goes S3 first. Let's see if he lands on my Ruel. I'm 200 ER. He probably does. I do get reset. Alright. That's the Mega Wiener diff. So he goes S3 onto my Euphine first. I could counter here. Might be kind of greedy. No counter. Unfortunate. There we go. There's a counter. Beautiful. Alright. So we're already at 80 Fighting Spirit. He's going to one-shot us. All good. No worries. We came prepared for this. He procs my Janua now. And I insta-cleanse. And matter of fact, I am actually going to S1 into the Aiden. Because I am pretty confident I can kill, so I'm going to go for it. Actually, I probably don't need a soul burn this, since he might strip my immortality right after. I'm going to headshot him. Yeah, there he is. He's dead. Now, we have a tough decision to make. Laya still has cleanse. She has S1, so I have to just S1 here. Since Aiden stole my souls, I'm gonna have to drop an S1 here as well. I could soul burn into stun, but I don't know if it's worth his while. No, I think the play is just to S1. Because I have Wind Rider on my Janua, so he can't really do that much to reveal me. Which means Laya's gonna die for sure. He actually sleeps through well, but he has to wake me up right after. Hopefully he doesn't D-break me. Okay, he didn't D-break me, beautiful. Don't think he can kill me here with an S1. There we go. GIC keeps us alive for one more turn. Hopefully we're fine here. He does get another turn with this CR push from Laya, which is very scary. So he can S3 here to reveal my Janua. Hopefully I actually resist here, because I'm 200 ER. I should have at least a decent chance. Okay, I didn't land again. Alright. So Janua still has the stealth though. That is a huge... That's huge for us. This Elagos might just snipe us though. Oh, he did kill us. Uh-oh. I mean, it's still winnable, technically. I need to kill... I need to kill this guy right now or I'm dead. This is gonna be really close. I did not kill. That might be the game. It might be a game. Because I don't believe we landed any debuffs yet, so he probably still has Sweet Miracle, so we are probably dead. Yeah, I think we're dead. Wait a second. Does he lap me? I think he does lap me. I don't take the turn yet. Yeah, game over. It was a close match, but the Laya was a bit of too much of a problem for us, so... I mean, if I resisted at all, maybe there's a chance, but I never resisted, so it is what it is. Let's move over to the next match then. Alright, right side's going to be banning Lua DDR here. Again, doesn't really give us a whole lot of information, but he immediately takes Laya here. So I'm going to go Celilius, and I'm probably going to take Candy here. I could go Yufine as well, but Yufine does technically die to Janua. So I'm going to take the Candy to force him to take Mitigation, and it's a better neutral DPS into Janua versus, you know, something like a Yufine, right? So he goes Lulucar here for Disrupt, Carmen for Mitigation. Pretty standard stuff. I'm probably just going to go Arrowell here. I'm going to go Arrowell into Janua because Janua can deal with his entire draft. And it's Earth on Fire, so we have a decent chance of actually just him missing. Now, he's pretty slow. He's pretty slow right now, so... honestly, I think Roana is kind of a force man. So Roana is definitely a force man. Do I need to let the Elvira ban? Do I need to ban the Elvira or do I need to ban this? Well, he has to ban Roana, right? If I know he has to ban Roana, that means I can probably play the Janua win con. And Janua can always S3 and just stomp something. So I think banning Biblis is better since he has the strip chance. And we're going to backline our Janua just so that we get the Bastion of Prelucia protection. And we're going to self-imprint for Arrowell since she'll be taking a lot of the damage. In terms of just escort. But we'll see. He's got a relatively slower draft, so I'm going to S3 here. It's pretty good tuning too. Elvira can never strip our Janua first, which is pretty good tuning, I would say. We didn't strip the immunity off the Carmen though, which is a little bit problematic. But I'm probably just gonna dump a hit into the Laya right now. So we dump a hit into Laya, we get the attack buff on the Janua. Like, even if she strips us, it's only gonna strip anti-crit and barrier. So this will be a really big turn for us here. Okay. It actually doesn't strip anything. But the Elvira can strip us, which is obviously a problem. He actually provokes us. So my Arrowell really needs to stun this Carmen. It really, really needs to stun this Carmen. Because if it gets that invincibility immunity up, we are in a little bit of trouble. But we do still have the Candy win con, so he actually doesn't go for it. He actually S3s the Candy instead. That's crazy. I did not expect that. Okay, so in this case, I'm just going to S3 into the Carmen here, go for the stun. I do have 100 effectiveness, so I should be able to land if he's on protection set. And I got 15%ed. Well, if I get 15%ed, what can I do, I guess? Maybe he does have a shit ton of ER. He's only 24k HP, so he's a bit of a degen Carmen player, which is, you know, not the greatest to fight, honestly. It feels kind of bad, but I'm not even sure if Ice Cream sticks on here or not. Let's see. Oh yeah, it doesn't stay on. Okay, cool. So we S1 Salvo, which is great. We can heal up a little bit. Laya should cut our CR here. Okay, never mind. It doesn't cut anymore. Where you're back to full HP on the candy. Now Laya's gonna get to move. Might as well just keep S1ing. I mean, I'm on a race against time, but I do have Janua to kill this Laya very fast, so we'll see. That's 3 salvos and 3 hits. That was kind of crazy. So he's more than likely gonna S2, I think. Right? Get the Lulucar cooldown off. The S1 pushes. He could stick Beguile and provoke me. Let's see. Provokes the C Lilius, and he gets a D break off Alabastron? That's crazy. Talk about luck sack, dude. Alright, well, let's put some damage into Laya since Carmen's already chilling. Alright, he's 1 turn off Laya Wincon, so kinda scary, man. Kinda scary. Hopefully he doesn't provoke our Janua. Like, surely I get a 15% back, right? Alright, we didn't get any 15%. Well, we still have the Janua Wincon. As much as I don't want to keep saying that, we still have the Janua Wincon as soon as he procs me 50%. Hopefully this doesn't hit. Lulucar's gonna S2 into us. Okay, we are still alive. Honestly, matches like this are very boring. Very boring, but you know, if we do lose this match, it's simply because of 15% and nothing else. If we didn't get 15, we would be fine. Okay, we get attack buff again. Beguile sticks. He's gonna Soulburn S3 to kill probably Candy, I guess. He's 28k HP. He Soulburns, which means Elvira can't Soulburn S1 potentially. Who does he S1? Goes on Celilius. Okay. I pulled a Janua again. I need to start working this guy down, man. So, Janua's just been controlled this whole game. It really sucks. S1 this. Yeah, so we stripped the defense buff, which means we just got 15%ed in the opening. If you didn't get the invincibility and immunity, we would have won already. But what can you do? So he's gonna Soulburn S1, S3, I guess now, or just save it for Laya. This is gonna be a hard game to win, to be honest. Does Elvira ever beat Janua? That's the real question. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, actually. We're double provoked on Janua. Does it proc? It still doesn't proc. Wow. Man, this guy is just slowly chipping me away. And he does have S2. Gotta love games like this where when Laya's in the meta right now. Feels bad. S1. Guile procs again. He has 3s. Yeah, we're probably not winning this because Carmen has S3 again.
It's a good look on you.
Yeah, this is game over. It's fucking cringe, but hey, RNG loss, right? If Carmen didn't 15% us, we would have been able to get a lot of damage out. So just 15% loss, we move to the next one. All good. Alright, so opponent is going to be banning Lily as Naqual here. Again, what does that tell us? It tells us that they're probably going to play relatively slower. I'm going to go Laya first pick here. Now, with Laya, I'll go in multiple different paths. I can take Mitigation, I can take Disrupt, I can go Candy, I can go Yufine, I can go Aiden if he goes Yufine early. If he goes Janua or something, I can CC him. So Laya is just a very reliable first pick at the moment. So if you guys aren't already first picking her, I highly suggest you do. And he actually goes Janua right away. So like, okay, there it is. There's one. And that's 2. Okay, so what are we going to do here? I think Candy's going to be pretty good since that's going to give us the ability to have anti-crit. And I want to say Peyra, but I think taking some form of mitigation is probably better. I could go ae-Tywin here, but if I go ae-Tywin, that means he can probably go Emil Sharoon. If he does go Emil Sharoon, am I super worried about it? Not really. I could just take Harmon though. Let's go with... Let's go with ae-Tywin. Because more than likely they might go Biblis here, right? If I go Carmen. So this gives me protection against Biblis. He goes Hand Guy for Cleanse. Attack buff and immunity. Okay. Right now he's still pretty slow. And there's the Emil Sharoon. Okay. What can we do? I think... How good is Gala here? I think ae-Leica is kind of a force man for him. So I'm gonna go ae-Leica here. And... I need another unit that can really take off here. Honestly, probably Arya. Arya is going to be really good into Janua and the entire draft here. Like, I don't really expect him to have enough effectiveness. And maybe the Sharoon, but I just have to wait for her to S3, and then we should be in the clear. Let's see. What does he go P5? He needs to take something that can challenge the first turn, right? Because if he doesn't challenge the first turn, he lets this through, he's down a unit right away. So it actually goes Emil Shu. Maybe it's a really fast one. Emil Shu is kind of the least of my concerns, but also a bit of a problem. I don't really care that much about Emil Shu, to be honest. But I probably should. I should respect the last pick. He bans ae-Leica. Since he has to respect it, he has no choice. And play it from here. Now we do have two cleansers. We do have we do have ae-Tywin, and we also have Lai to cleanse our D-breaks in case he ever goes for that. He's Wind Rider. Okay, so he has immunity right now, so no need to hit him. So we're just gonna S1 into the Arya wall, and Arya gets to move already. Very nice. I need to double check the CR to see where this Janua is on the CR bar, because it's gonna be really important. We actually get an Elbrus. He pushed us back, unfortunately. Okay. So he's already right above. Okay. He's around like 200 speed. It's a pretty fast Janua. So he S2s the barrier. This is not going to kill anything. Like, no attack buff Janua can't kill anything, so it's fine. So he just has to do what he wants to do, and then we'll just play it right after. Okay. We're alive. He's probably going to S3 to recycle barriers. And I can't really S3 just because Sharoon is right about the cascade. Well, that's fine. We're just playing Arya win con, so in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, we're fine. We get another counter. Do we salvo? We do not. So what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm just going to S1 into the Janua. I was really hoping that I proc there, but what can I do? Alright, so what I'm going to do now is probably just S1. I'm going to S1 Janua to try to break his 50. There it is. Now he has to go into my Arya. You should cut in front of everybody else, right? There it is. Perfect. Alright, good. Ideally, I salvo there, but it's fine. He has to just S1 into me, right? Surely he doesn't... Perfect. He's blinded. Alright, yeah, this is good. Arya is definitely going to lock this guy down. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, he's not killing this for sure. Yep, he's dead. Oh, not exactly dead yet, but very close. And he has to, he has to hit Arya one more time. He's in for a world of pain, man. He's in for a world of pain. Alright, he has to get 2 hits in, potentially. And then if I just Elbrus, he's just dead. He actually stripped my... Oh, wow. I was not expecting him to strip me. Alright, let's S2 then. Alright, we're gonna dump a Candy S3 and go to this... What am I saying? Go to the moon. Janua's dead.
Complete.
We can't stun him, which won't activate the cascade, so he's not having fun right now. Nice. Yeah, and at this point he's dead. Yeah, Arya just wins. GG's. Arya pick is just too clutch, man. Sometimes you just gotta get the tech ready for the Janua, dude. So GG's. Alright, so right side's banning Flitica and Lua. Doesn't give us a whole lot of information, as I always like to say, so I'm gonna go aggro here and play the Lilius. He immediately responds with Bunny Down to address the Conqueror Lilius. And he goes Laya for a neutral open. So right now he has no mitigation. By now, with all the RTA episodes you've watched, if you're not thinking it's Candy, I don't know what to say to you. So we're gonna go Candy here. This forces him to go to pick mitigation. And now we can either go more tempo or we can take mitigation. I personally feel inclined to go maybe even just Emerald Shoe, but I could get punished by taking 2 DPS on 2-3. So mitigation isn't a terrible option here. Yeah, we're playing Candy WinCon, right? And Airwell is gonna address any potential Janua pick. So I'm gonna take Airwell here because I can stun. He goes Bibless. Bibless means we take Roana, and it's kind of a force ban. Oh, and also with this too. Oh boy, that's definitely a Roana game. So we're gonna go Roana here. I don't really know if this is a Janua pick anymore. Do I Janua this? Or do I just Elvira? But then if I Elvira, I don't have any damage. He plays Laya WinCon, he can win. If I go Shu, it wouldn't be terrible. Lionheart actually wouldn't be that bad either, since he has no mitigation. He does have Bunny Dom though, which is a little bit of a problem. Lionheart's not that good into Bibless either though, so maybe that's not the play. Maybe the play is just go Janua. Actually, you know what? We could probably Gala this. Is it Gala? Let's go Gala. Gala's also Earth, so Bibless isn't too impactful onto him. I think Rand's kind of a dead pick. I don't think Rand's that big of a problem. Through all of this, I think Bibless is probably the ban. Oh, it kind of looks like he's banning mitigation. It kind of looks like he's banning mitigation. Yeah, if he bans mid, I'm down a unit. I need to ban the last pick. I have to respect the last pick. If I don't respect the last pick, I'm gonna die. He has no mid, so Candy can always steal this game from him, right? Who knows? That's 3. Yeah, I'm gonna walk. I need to put Vigor up here. He's Eternus. What's the move? The move is probably start working Bibless or start working B-Dom. I'm gonna go Bibless. Well, we pulled the most useless unit. Alright. Bibless decreases buff duration by 1 turn. Now that I think about it, I probably should have went into Laya because Gala would have better value, but mistakes were made. She decreases buff duration by 1 turn. If he de-breaks me into Salvo, oh shit, here we go. Does he de-break me? Oh god. Okay, at least the counter came through first from Bologna first. Okay. That's not as bad. If it was Bibless de-break into LCB clear, ooh, that would have been bad. But I'm still not out of the clear yet. We made a pretty big misplay, but thankfully ooh, god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay. Okay, that's actually not that bad. If he kills me, that's actually decent. Okay, that's not that bad. This looks bad, but it's actually not too terrible. I'm gonna 3 the Laya here and try to strip. We missed. Alright. I mean, my Gal is really high damage, so I should be able to clear this guy even with barrier. Like, I'm like 5k 300, so I should be able to clear him. Headshot into Windrider. Perfect. This pushes us up. Okay, now Biblos loses hella value, right? Because LCB can never really beat the Gala. So it's actually not that bad for us. I'm actually just gonna S1 into this. That actually procs a Sigurd. Okay. We get slept. That's not bad. We can potentially strip this attack buff, which is really important here if we want to stay alive. Please hit. Beautiful. Okay, good. Good. We are in a decent spot. We're not out of the clear yet, but we have a chance. We could get slept here by the Bidam though, which is the scary thing. We do lose the turn right away, but I can pull him after. Yeah, maybe it's fine. I'm gonna lap him, right? Never mind, I didn't lap him. He's gonna S1. He's really trying to work me down. So all I need to do is just pull the Gala and heal. Oh my god. Just pull the Gala, man. Okay, I'm dead. Alright, we lost. We didn't pull the Gala, so that's just game. GG's. I guess 15% loss. It is what it is. GG's. Alright, so that's going to do it for episode number 5 of the RTA series for now. Some of these matches were kind of unlucky. I think we had a chance of winning almost all those matches, but it just kind of comes down to RNG sometimes, and it is what it is, so you just got to keep queuing it up. But yeah, not really much to say. Hopefully you guys learned a thing or two. I tried to, switch things up a bit every video, not use the same units because it just gets kind of boring. Like that Arya game. That was pretty good. I think you guys should definitely build Arya now if you want to answer into Janua, because she is just she's top tier, at least for me right now. It probably needs a bit more testing since she's relatively newer on my roster, but I think she's pretty solid. But nonetheless, if you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. So thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.